Greetings, YouTube. Peace, love, healing, and light. I'm here this evening in the moonlight, wearing my blue, feeling very honored to be in the background drop of the blue sky. Yeah, I feel like the background drop to the sky. The sky not a background drop to me. It's so much more enormous than I am. Peace, blessings, love, and joy, and healing to all of those out there that need to hear that can feel it coming from me as I push it out in my aura to heal all of those that need it and just need a spiritual, a soulful hug right now. I'm just sending that out to you. I'm sending that out to you in grace and peace and the best joy and happiness that I possibly could. So thankful. I'm thankful for being alive. I'm thankful for being here today. I'm thankful for having the opportunity to learn more and more each day that I'm living in. A lot of days I don't want to be living. A lot of days I don't want to be walking amongst the many who do enjoy it. I'm just going to be honest. And it didn't just start last year or the year before that, having those feelings. Those feelings have been there since I was pre-adolescent, like 9 years old, contemplating, how do you get out of here? This is crazy. Well, I say that to say this. I'm still around. Like Jacques said, I'm still around. Yes. Though they tried their best to tear me down, I am still around. There's been many transgressions. I could go through them. However, there are many more out there that others could go through too that are just as bad or worse than mine or better or whatever it is. We all have to go through it. So I'm very thankful that I'm still here. I didn't get took out the race. I didn't get snuffed out. The race is not given, not only to the swift, but yet to those that endure to the end. So can I endure? Will I endure? See, I'm on this McCurve. I'm on this new wavelength that it's not new at all. I'm on this thing that it's all about immortality. I'm on this thing that's kindred to the jellyfish. I'm into rejuvenation and reincarnation of myself inwardly, outwardly. Yes. Powerfully. To speak to the essence of me into the depths of my soul. To pull out those things, those stories that are untold that need to resonate. Yeah, they need to come up out of me. I'm ready to spill my guts, so to speak. I'm ready to spill my guts. So I'm feeding myself electric food, berries from the earth. Yes, I am. Wild berries and strawberries and blueberries and juniper berries and all the berries from the berry kingdom that I can get. I need to get up into Michigan so I can get some seeded grapes because they're hiding all the seeded grapes in the South from us. They don't want us to have that power, you know. We in the South. In the South, you know, we get most of the sun. They can't freeze us out the way they normally freeze out most of all of the other sides of this continent are in the middle of it. You know, I heard somebody say, by the way, free Rashad Jamal. And I say that affectionately. From the spirit, from the mind, physically. Free him up. In the spirit always. Let him be able to move forward and do the will of our ancestors to continue to keep feeding souls. Because he fed me. I heard somebody say that winter wasn't real. I heard somebody say that winter was actually created as a mimicking of the weather that was received or used to be, like the weather or the climate of planet Nern. Don't ask me where I heard that at. That, winter is like supposed to be like symbolic to death. It's cold, kills everything. Like the truest winter, not this like when we want to wear our little jackets and look cute and stuff. No, not that type of winter. That winter where everything is cold, so cold and make you feel like. I lived in Iowa once, and I have a new respect for those folks who live in cold weather. I give you the big ups. You are very strong people, very, very strong people. The stuff that I endured, the season that I lived there for one cold season. I enjoyed every bit of it too, man. I seen the blizzard from the window. I looked out the window. I was like, is this Dairy Queen commercial? The wind was blowing by. The snow was like horizontal instead of vertical. It was just blowing like a Dairy Queen commercial. The snow hit my knee. It didn't come up to my shoulder. I wasn't in Jersey or someplace or like Connecticut or something. I was in Iowa, but it came up to my knee. I heard they get pretty high there too, but it came up to my knee. It was so cold that the drool from my daughter's mouth, and since she had a little drool problem sometimes, we all do. I sometimes drool too, but it was freezing on contact with the wind. She had icicles around her mouth. Icicles around her mouth from the wind being so cold it froze on contact. And see, I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida, and I'm proud to say it. I'm from Flip-Flop State, Florida. Yes, where you can wear flip-flops every day of the year, no matter what season it is. I mean, it can get cold, but never that cold that it's gonna make your toes feel like it's just gonna fall. They fall out off after 5 seconds of being outside. You get frostbite fast. Life and death situations quickly appear, like losing your keys outside and stuff. Like, I got a story about that. It can become a life and death situation. So yeah, that cold is something else. So have some respect for the heat. We are turning up the heat now. The heat is coming forward, and get out there in that heat as much as you can. Allow it to cleanse your system. Allow your sweat glands to open up, to purify your cells. Get that cellular food from the sun. Get that photosynthesis into your cell. You people talking about cell food. Get the cell food from the sun. You can't. Dr. Sebi ain't here no more. Dr. Sebi ain't here. Dr. Sebi is not here no more. Sebi, whoever. He's not here no more. So whatever products you get are compromised because they're not coming from the God. They're coming from other gods. So they have their twists and turns on them. And not to say any lesser about their products, it's just not the same, but cellular food is authentic and freshly and newly supplied every day, daily, for less than $1. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you can get this thing for free if you know what to do, and that is stand up, get your ass outside and get some sunlight. Get some sunlight. Don't be afraid of the sun. Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Maybe somebody might suck on you. Ding ding. Well, I'm saying these things to say this. It's important that we become more in tune with our homeostasis, our balance, our knowing of who we are and what we are. People are caught up on aesthetics. People have for ages have been caught up on aesthetics. Aesthetics we will forever be caught up on aesthetics. This physical realm that we live in is important, and it took a long time for us to manifest this flesh and to have a look that you look. It took eons. For the lineage of your blood to create that, the thought, the manifested. Can you imagine the that your people done been through to make you look the way you look, to be equal on both sides, to have all your beauty and all that? Those are blessings. Those are blessings. You see people looking crooked and crazy, and they be beautiful people, but you done got messed up. From the lineage of the family, it's curses and blessings that they come. And we have to deal with them. And they don't always come immediately from the things you do. They can come from generation and skip a generation and then fall on your table, and you have to deal with it. And then everybody in your family try to act like it was only you. You're the only one. You ain't nobody. You must have been doing something. Because ain't nobody else deserve that. You must have did something to deserve that. Yeah. Be born. That's what I did. Be born. And I deserved it. Yes, I do. I deserve every ounce of pleasure that I receive from any measure that is correcting me in this realm. You know why? Because it is my piece of the pie so that I can grow higher to the highest heights of heights so that I can live high in iridescence forevermore and immortality. Feeding myself those things that do not die. Feeding myself the living light. That energy never dies. It only transfers and transforms. The weapon will be formed. There will be many weapons formed against me. My mothers and fathers will not allow them to be prosperous, though. My mothers and fathers of all creation have my back, and I always will forevermore announce and be proud to announce the feminine quality and the feminine energy of the divine gods. If you don't recognize her, she won't recognize you. And we don't want to be left out of the things that we need to do that are important in this life. So don't fail to recognize you. Don't fail to recognize you. There was a long time I did not recognize she, and I didn't understand, and I was so lost. I was so confused about it. I was so hurt about it. I was so broke up about it. I was like, why every time I get in trouble, I gotta deal with a man? Either it's a judge or a policeman or a principal, and it's a man, never a woman. And even most of my gynecologists have been men, like in the beginning. I never could understand that. Like, why am I looking for the answers that I need for these feminine things, these things that I want to know? Because, as to be a woman, y'all say I don't act feminine enough. I don't know no ladies that want to talk to me. You're not bigging up no ladies that I can really look at. That, no God reflection lady. Where God wife at? Why you trying to make it seem like it's God the Father, the Son, and the Holy? Why trying to make God seem like, almost like he gay? Let's just say it. Where is this woman? I started making, stuff up to myself. I said, well, I don't believe God don't have no woman. I just don't, because, why would he make women? If you want to prefer to God as he, why would he make women? If he don't want a woman, if he don't, well, no. If he think that's going to be good for us, then I'm sure it got to be good for him. So I think God's woman is wisdom. That's what I thought. So it must be wisdom. Wisdom must be his woman. I wasn't too far off. Something was speaking to my spirit, obviously. I wasn't too far off. Keep studying those things. Study thyself to be approved. Look into life unsuperficially. Be as naturally you as you can possibly be. One of my greatest senseis taught me that the vibe is always positive when you're being natural. So be your natural you. Don't put on airs. Don't pretend. Don't fake the game. Don't fake the fun. Don't fake it to make it no more. See, in the age of Pisces, we had to fake it to make it. In the age of Aquarius, we don't have to do that no more, baby. We are free now. We're free to be our artsy selves. We're free to be our eclectic beings. We are free to be free. I'm finally in a zone of life, in a space of time, if you want to call time, because I don't even agree with time, never have. And it's never agreed with me. I do agree with space. But it's finally a space of freedom to be who I am. Free. Just to be. And I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about being able to have a platform for my artistic expression like YouTube. I'm happy that people actually comment, look, or give a thumbs up to give me encouragement to continue just being myself. And it's important to me to get these things out. Yeah, it's important to me. I feel like I got something to say. I feel like Lauryn Hill and Method Man. I got so much to say right now. I got so much to say, and I've always had so much to say. So let me say it. It's time for me to say it, and say it freely given from my soul. So I give it up, and I got so many more stories, like I said, to give. Or I'm gonna spill my guts. So many untold stories that are hidden inside of me. I'm going to give you my bougie bonton indeed. Yes, I am. Peace, love, healing, and light. And big ups to all of those rebels that are out there. I don't never say nothing about Queen Afua, but I do have her book, The Sacred Woman. I haven't read the entire book. I have read pieces and passages out of the book, and I've taken and gleaned from the book things that I've needed for me. I do recommend that everybody goes out there and support the fact that she, as the divine energy that she is, the God that she is, pushed out this energy of healing for all of us to receive. She and her former husband, or current husband, I'm not sure, but yeah, they both came up together collectively. The male and the female divine conception gave birth to that book, which is a healing tool. A lot of good things inside of that book to help you heal internally and externally and spiritually as well. So look into that, and big ups to Scheherazade. Always big ups to Eliaton Amin. One day, not 2 days, one day, I know. Always big ups to Yakai Awakening. Always big ups to 19 Keys. All the big ups and love and support and euphoric ether passion and Kundalini rising energy I send out to all of them to be blessed and move forward in the highest aspects of elevation and teaching. Each one teach one so that we can hear, and it trickles down to it reaches my ear. So let those that have the ability to hear receive it. And heal. For there is healing in the essence of every word being spoken. Words, sounds, and power. For these final hours, do not waste them frivolously. Hold your tongue until it is time to speak. Wait for it. A duly good word in the right season is like ointment to a boiling womb. Take care to be mindful of yourself. And the words of thy mouth and the meditations of thy heart be acceptable in all thy sight. We give praise and thanks and we move on. Yes, we do. We give praise and thanks and we move on higher and higher. Give praise and thanks. I'm out.